hit my marks, and run 2 of the best laps I've run all day long.
Into the carousel. This time by, there will be the white flag. And it looks like it'll come down to just one green, white, checker.
The 30 car finally runs out of gas after struggling for a half dozen laps.
And the 54 spins. Oh no, the Owners Championship for Owen Kelly. And that 54 team is in the sand out of turn number 1.
Owen Kelly had made no mistakes all day, but the one mistake or whatever happened there cost him greatly. Oh, they're getting really clustered up here from 3rd on back.
Kelly trying to get out, but it's going to cost him a ton of points in the Owners Championship. And look at further back, the battle for 4th. As that is Vickers trying to get his 6th straight top 5 at the expense of the 33 of Max Pappas.
The drivers aren't going to give much.
Boy, Pappas is not giving him any quarter. There's Kyle Larson in the mix, as well as the 11 of Elliott Sadler.
It's the last lap. Everything's for keeps. Every position's a point. You're really narrow-minded. You're selfish. You're thinking about yourself. If you're going to use up the driver, it will come here in the last lap. A.J. Allmendinger, if there's justice, is being served because he's led the most laps.
His car is nearly perfect. He's coming through the last corner. There goes the 53 of Andrew Ranger off course, but coming through to take the checker flag.
Great job, dude.
A.J. Allmendinger. 2 for 2.
Yeah, normally it takes a minute 25 or so. It's going to be longer than that for him, isn't it?
Yeah, and at this point, you know, just it's almost, I don't know. I've never raced a horse, but just let it go.
Final lap. Nice and
Just let it go.
Lift where you can. You still got
White
2 seconds
flag
on the
for
race.
Chris Buescher at Mid-Ohio. 1 lap to go.
Nice and smooth. He uses all the racetrack. By using all the racetrack, means you can actually use less brake getting in the corner, let the car roll. When you start to tighten up the corner, that means you're using more brake. And as I said earlier, using more brake means you use more fuel to get the thing up off the corner.
Listening, watching. Will the fuel hold out? That horse doesn't run on nothing.
If you're going to save fuel, it's right here. The longest stretch of the racetrack, high gear, 160 miles an hour, and it doesn't surprise me that the 7 car, Regan Smith, closed in that section of the course.
In his mirrors, lap traffic, slower traffic up ahead for Chris Buescher. That's Tim Cowan in the 86 car. Can he get by cleanly?
He's going into the S's. Again, you got to look ahead. Try to anticipate as you're closing on him when you're going to catch him. You don't want to catch him into turn 9. You want to try to make the pass before you get to turn 11.
Cowan out of shape. Here comes the leader, Buescher.
Not going to happen, so he needs to yield here. The lap car needs to go high.
Smoothly, but blocked by the lap car. He is all over Cowan trying to push him out of the way.
And he
through the
handles it
carousel.
himself.
He
takes
did.
control.
He moves out. The 86 car, the 60 of Chris Buescher is going to win at Mid-Ohio.
That is a great story and fun to see.
Nice job.
Was looking for, because if something happens now, this race would be over if NASCAR threw the caution. So that's the one that Taglione won. Now he's just got to complete these 13 corners.
Final time, the run up the hill. Look at the shenanigans going on in the background. Chris Buescher has to take that defensive inside line to keep the man who's only 24 points behind him in the championship away. Chase Elliott round the outside, out of the keyhole. Now it's a drag race between these 2 guys, Ford and Chevrolet. Buescher and Elliott.
Chase Elliott's been able to outbrake a lot of people down into this corner. Let's see if he can do it on that outside. Regan Smith right over the bumper of Taglione, though.
If Buescher can hang tough here, this will be difficult for Chase Elliott. However, that being said, you can stay there and get the run up to turn 5, and that's what Elliott's done. Now Buescher will have the better and preferred line down into turn 6. Terrific driving from 2 super talented young drivers.
Oh, well, I did not think it was possible to go too wide through as many corners, but look at Regan Smith trying to get to the bumper here.
This is not over yet. Nobody's giving this race to Alex Taglione. Most importantly, Regan Smith. He felt he was robbed of a good result last weekend. He knows he was robbed of a good result last weekend at Watkins Glen. And this Oh, one last-ditched effort as he gives it to Alex Tagliani.
Oh, he knocks him out of the way.
He sent Alex Tagliani wide. Regan Smith right on the second last corner will win Mid-Ohio. A little bit of short track racing on a road course.
For the final lap of the race, unless we see the caution. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Probably as hard a rain as they have encountered the entire day right here for this final lap.
Marks doing everything he can to focus. Where is the good spot to run the 42 car? Hornish within reach.
Yeah, trying to get out where he can see. You can see that, but he found some puddles out there, Sam Hornish did, as he approached turn 2.
You see the water pouring away from the Goodyear Eagles. They channel the water out, and there's a lot of it coming out from them now. Just pouring down through the kink and down to turn 4.
Pouring down here in the 4th.
He's got to be so careful, DJ.
Yeah, right now it's just the racetrack that he's having to deal with right now. I'm looking at other cameras that we have. There's really no one else off the course that should impede his progress, but it's just a matter of how hard he can attack and stay on the track.
Coming to the checkered flag. Appears to be clear for Justin Marks, but he's got about 7 more corners to negotiate. Cleanly through 6.
Yeah, this is exactly what he's done all day. Better than everyone else in these severe conditions that he's encountering right now. Doing a very, very nice job of staying in front of Sam Hornish.
Last weekend, wife Erin and Justin welcomed baby Presley into their world. Could they have another big day for the Marks family here? Carefully up to that left-hander goes Justin Marks. Needing and using the entire racetrack. Final 2 corners for Marks. Can he do it? He's through 12. He makes the left-hand turn through turn 13, and Justin Marks is going to win at Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, you did it!
For Matt Tift in the 19, currently 3rd, trying to track down Hemrick. Here comes Sam Hornish, white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
You get the white flag on an oval, you say, I've just got 4 corners to negotiate. A lot more here. You've got 13 of them. Sam Horner's done it pretty much flawlessly all day long. See if he can continue that.
Just under 2 miles remaining for the Defiance, Ohio driver. Said early on today to us, came here as a kid watching the races, and then became an IndyCar champion. Strong runs here in the open wheel categories, but never a victory in the Xfinity stock car since they've been racing here. He's been victorious on the ovals in Xfinity.
Yep.
But this is his home in so many ways. Now managing in the rhythm that has brought him to the front all afternoon long and kept him there. And Hemrick is a ways back. You'll have to hope for that mistake out of Hornish, but I don't see it coming. Coming through the final corner, lifting that left front. Now a right-hander through the carousel. And down to the final corners, tires barking. Sam Hornish under control. The left-hander to the checkers. Sam Hornish is going to win at home in Mid-Ohio. Is determined not to make a mistake and pressure the 7. Here comes Justin Allgaier. White flag, 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Twelve turns left, DJ.
Yeah, coming to the most critical part right here. Just can't overdrive this corner right now. Don't want to get any wheel hop, nothing that's going to give Austin Cindric the opportunity to get to your rear bumper.
Nice and clean, down to the inside. Good exit, just a little dust up. Saw this at Watkins Glen last week. Even though Truex ran out of fuel on the final lap, it was a mistake that brought him closer.
Yep.
to Chase Elliott. Ultimately couldn't make the pass there, but that's what Cindric's hoping for.
Yeah, Chase did a nice job of recovering from that and keeping the 78 behind, just as Justin Allgaier taking advantage of the situation and opportunity that presented itself to him.
Allgaier through the gearbox, on the gas, off the gas, on the brakes. Just a few corners remaining. The left-hander lifting that tire just a little bit off the ground. And now to the final slow corners. The carousel, turn 12. The left-hander, turn 13. Justin Allgaier is going to come from behind and win at Mid-Ohio.
Awesome. Heck yeah.